Hey, my name is Ronnie Dean, and we're here on Nashville Side Streets set. And this week, our guest is John Heinrich. Now, we're pre-recording this live for you to listen to, and he had some background tapes that he brought in with him that he's playing against, but he's an extraordinary musician. He plays horns as well as steel guitar, as well as bass, as well as some guitar and other instruments. He's just a multi-instrumental person. Anyway, again, John Heinrich is his name, and we'll be featuring him this week. To my right over here is John Heinrich. John Heinrich and myself, we met a long time ago. Actually, did we meet on the show or did we meet before that?
I think it might have been the show. If I'd met you before that, it's possible, but I think we met on the show.
There was a show called the Nashville Gospel Music Showcase by Don Frost. Don Frost ran the show, and we did this, for a couple of years anyway, at least.
Yeah.
And I met and played with John. We pantomimed most everything we did on that show, which was kind of cool. But I met a lot of good people, and I actually did my own video on there, if you remember that.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, you actually played on that.
Uh-huh.
Tell everybody who you play with, John. I mean, just right now.
Well, right now I'm playing with Ronnie Millsap. I have played with Hank Jr., and I lived through that. And I played with quite a few other people. Razzie Bailey, Donna Fargo.
You did play with Razzie Bailey, huh?
Yeah. T. Graham Brown.
He's been playing sessions most of his career here in Nashville. He plays, as you would see through this show, he plays horns as well as dobro, as well as what? Bass guitar.
Bass guitar, that was my first instrument, yeah. Clarinet, flute. I'm working on oboe right now. I love oboe. And, of course, I have all the saxophones, the bari, the tenor, the alto, and the soprano.
So who tweaks all your instruments for you? I mean, as far as your horns.
I've got a couple different people. David Dyer does a lot of it, and Al Markham does some of it.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about playing multi-instruments is that it's hard to keep them tweaked. Yeah. It really is. It's difficult. I mean, you pay a lot of money to somebody to make sure that everything plays properly. And humidity down here in the South is so that it gets really cold and really hot, and then it gets really muggy. Mm-hmm. So you really your poor house has a fit, and so does your instrument. My left over here is Travis Wetzel. You've seen him before on the show. And who you playing with now, Travis?
Well, first of all, it's good to be back.
Thank you.
I've got my band working, the Travis Wetzel Trio.
Do you play during the wintertime with them too?
You know what? We haven't had any gigs this winter, but I've been doing a lot of solo stuff. I'm going to make my debut at the Bluebird Cafe this Sunday.
You were talking about that last time I talked to you. You've never played there before?
I haven't played there before.
How many years you been here?
So, 4.
That's interesting. How long were you here before you played the Bluebird Cafe?
Oh, I don't even remember. It's been so long ago.
Isn't that fun? How time flies when you're having fun. I've been here 24 years. How long you been here?
Since 85.
85. You've been here longer than I have. Well, you survived this town. Got no reason feeling bad now. I've got no reason feeling sad. I got my eyes and ears wide open. I can see and hear what God says. He seems closer than he's ever been before. Somehow I know that I've got to tell you more what's in store. I've got no reason feeling bad now. I've got no reason feeling sad. 'Cause my story has no ending when the righteous outweigh the bad. Here's John. There's a rainbow at the end of our dream. It's time to wake up, feel the power of God and His team. Well, I've got no reason feeling bad now. I've got no reason feeling sad. 'Cause the story has no ending if you hear and see what God says. And He's closer than He's ever been before. Somehow I know that I've got to tell you more what's in store. I've got no reason feeling bad now. I've got no reason feeling sad. 'Cause my story has no ending when the righteous outweigh the bad. John, he plays strictly for a living, playing music, and so does Travis. They both play. Right. Now, myself, that's a bit of a different story. I have my own music and whatever, but I also work. I have a job during the daytime where I go into people's homes and I restore antiques. And I work on a lot of pianos I've worked on Elton John's piano and Norah Jones and a bunch of different folks. They get cracked and broken and I get to fix the cosmetic portion of them. So, Travis, who else are you working with?
Well, Jesse McReynolds is back in the picture. And,
are you playing with him on the Opry?
Yes. Matter of fact, we just played the Opry last Saturday, and we'll play it again probably this Saturday, too. They've been giving us Saturdays there. I want to say, too, that this Thursday is Steve Thomas's benefit. It's put on by Mark Newton and Company. And, of course, they've got a group that's been touring quite a bit. I've been recording with Steve. I actually started a new recording project of Christmas and inspirational music, but we're having a benefit for Steve because he had a fire New Year's Eve.
I heard that. His house burnt?
Yes, chimney fire, and the benefit will take place at the Ernest Tubb Record Shop there on Music Valley Drive.
Oh, very cool. I haven't been out there for a long time. All right, that's cool. So, John, what else you doing? Anything neat? You got anything coming up that's different?
Well, I'm working on 2 projects right now. Of course, I'm steel guitar CD project, and I've been working on my own project for about a little over a year now, just taking my time with it.
He does quite a bit of work and session-wise. You do work in Frank Breeden's studio, but who else you work for?
Oh, golly. Of course, I've worked with Razzie in his studio, and then just a lot of different studios. I like 215 studio I've been working in quite a bit. It's just, I don't even remember, tell you the truth.
Well, it's neat that you guys can make your living doing that. There's very few people in the sound can say that, especially musicians and that do mostly music work. Now, both you guys do music work. Travis sings. I've never even heard you sing. Do you sing? Is there a reason for that? That I've never heard you sing?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've concentrated more on my instruments, but I mean, I sing a little bit, but I want to sing just enough so people can put a voice with a face. Not, I'd rather be an instrumentalist.
Well, I understand that. I know a lot of different guys that I've worked with and ladies that would rather have that. You remember Debbie Champion?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you remember her? Have you ever met her?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
She's an interesting lady. She's had a writer's night in this town for as long as I've been here, 25 years. And I found out the other day in the Commodore where she is performing right now. She's been there 10 years. She just had an anniversary. This lady does a writer's night. Now imagine every night different writers coming in and playing. I can't.
Me neither.
That would drive me absolutely. Up-and-coming shows on Nashville Side Streets. March 1st is Landers and Marshall Duo. June 14th is Mystery Loves Company. And August 9th is Bob and Sheila Everhart. Now, if you'd like to be on the show, we project on a nationwide basis. Now, we have full HD that we're running in here along with full HD out. So we are 1920 by 1080, basically. If you want to punch it up on a 40-inch screen and watch our live show from our site, NashvilleSideStreets.com. It's as clear as a bell, vocally and audio-wise, as well as watching it. So please punch us up and take a listen to us. Well, we're going to get out of here, and this is Nashville Side Streets. My name is Ronnie Dean. Again, this is Travis Wetzel to my left and John Heinrich to my right. And we thank you very much. Good night, you all.
Purple hair.
Had good folks, they supported my dreams, gave me wings to fly without effort it seemed. There's no amount of talking gonna change how I feel. They love me without trying, and they made my life real.